Because you guys, Will here from PSYCHONAUT Visions, signing back in once again, coming at you guys with another video today. Now it's July, right? It's that summertime feel, something that I have been struggling with for a little while, just adapting to the summertime, you know. And a big reason why is because I lost my ambition a little bit. I've been feeling as driven to get up and do some things that at least make me seem like, at least make me feel productive. I haven't been as ambitious and taking as much initiative to get out there and work, or, you know, make YouTube videos, which is a hobby of mine, or write in like any type of journal, which is also a hobby of mine. I've been kind of lazy. But with that being said, I still push myself, especially when I need to, but I'm also allowing myself to breathe a little bit. It's the summertime. It's that vacation time, you know. Let yourself enjoy and appreciate life, because this is life in its fullest form. And the summertime is the prime of the year. So let yourself be, and that's what I've been trying to do. And I'm happy here because I'm finally making a bit more of an uplifting video. My last like 2 to 3 videos have all been kind of more of a dark, depressing type of tone, where I've basically been telling a few harsh realities. And if you haven't watched those videos yet, I mean, you don't have to, but I talk a lot about what's been going on in my own personal life and trying to really open up and be more comfortable in my own skin around the ones I love most, and the people I'm trying to give advice to, the people I'm trying to grow with here on YouTube especially. But what I really went through was basically like an existential crisis, where I was questioning literally everything in existence, questioning myself. What did I learn, quote unquote, from psychedelics? What was this spiritual journey what is spirituality? What is anything? But the thing that I think I did to sort of grow out of that mindset, essentially, was find something in nothing. I found something out of nothing, to the point where I feel now like what I'm trying to do is really enjoy every moment, embrace every single moment, everywhere I go, every person I speak to. For all I know, it could be the last time I'm ever in that situation. For all I know, it could be the last time I'm ever speaking to that person, you know? And I'm not gonna lie, I've had a fear of time before, where I'm very young, of course, but sometimes I'm like, man, I'm only getting older by each growing moment. Time keeps passing. What if I end up in a financial crisis, or I don't know what I wanna do, or I get depressed, and 4 or 5 years down the line, I'm just in a bad place mentally and financially, physically, emotionally, or even spiritually. But what I've been doing is just like 5 years, man. If I'm worried about 5 years, I'm tripping. I've got to worry about this moment. I got to worry about today, you know, I'm not worried about tomorrow. I'm worried about today. If I'm going through a stressful situation, if I have to go through something that will be considered adversity, right? If I have to go through a challenging time in my life, then I've got to enjoy that time, you know, because for one, that's going to make me stronger. But secondly, that's a part of life. And I think that for a long time in my life, I was really trying so hard to act as if everything was so sunny and colorful and bliss. And life was great, but in all reality, there are actually a lot of times, and you could even make the argument that there are more people in this world who are down, who are sad, depressed, beaten, than there are people who are up and happy, feeling good about themselves and their life. And because of that, life is challenging, life is difficult. But in a way, you have to learn how to play the game, you know? Make it a game, make the challenge a game, push yourself. Find a way to be resilient, you know, have courage, but stay humble, stay grounded, stay loyal to the ones you love most, to yourself, to your roots. Appreciate where you come from, and just try not to take so much for granted, you know, and we're all guilty of that. We all take a lot for granted. I think our loved ones, our hometown, you know, where we come from, and really just our well-being, our life, we take that for granted. Our youth, you know, It's like I'm pretty sure everyone who grows old looks back with a nostalgic feeling about their youth years and how they wish they would have appreciated it more. But sometimes in order to appreciate it, you just can't think about it. Like I said, that's what I've been thinking about a lot is, I'm not necessarily going to be young forever, but if I do want to enjoy it, then I have to be it. I have to live it. I have to embrace every single moment of it and focus on every single moment of it. Focus on myself. Enjoy this time I have. Being who I am, surrounded by the people I'm surrounded by, enjoying the things I love to do, even on a daily basis. Learn to appreciate the little things in life. And sometimes if you're going through some type of crisis of any sort, identity crisis, existential crisis, a midlife crisis for fuck's sake, it's like anything like that. Sometimes we make things too complicated. You've got to get back to your roots sometimes. Just start. You have to start somewhere. Get back to doing something that you love to do that maybe you sort of cut out of your life a little bit. Don't think too much about the future. Don't stress too much about it. 5 years from now is something that I think a lot of people can say, if they had to envision themselves, it'd be a little bit of an anxiety inducer, right? Right away, you're kind of like, oh, I don't know where I'm going to be in 5 years. You're not supposed to. I said this before on the channel, but think about where you were 5 years ago. Did you envision that you would be in the place you are now at that time? I doubt it. I highly doubt it. So focus on now, plan for the future, work towards a brighter future for yourself and have that goal in mind, have those goals in mind, but find a way to live in the moment. Seriously, just appreciate the moment, find the light, understand that, those good times, those feelings of awakening and rebirth. I like to call it shedding skin, letting go of the old and in with the new. Those times, those feelings of being happy on top of the world are temporary. They are temporary. As much as a painful reality as that may be to some people, they won't last forever. But the same can be said for those down times. If you stay committed to yourself, to where you're trying to be, trying to get, you will find a way to the light. That is temporary as well. Pain is temporary. Sometimes it can last longer than other times, but it won't last forever. For Alex and I both, we haven't really been uploading too frequently over the past few months or so. But as for I can't really speak on Alex's behalf, but as for me, I think I was uploading a couple times a week at one point earlier in the year, and eventually got to the point where I was sort of getting very repetitive, saying the same thing over and over, trying to make sense out of everything and have a solution to every problem. But eventually it's like I ran out of ideas and bright ideas, and I think that's a key to any form of art. I think we're all artistic, creative. The key to any form of art is that you have to know when the time is right to push yourself and go that extra mile even when you feel down, and when the time is right to take a step back, because I think that for me, I'll use an example for writing. Sometimes I'll almost force myself to write, but when you do that, when you force yourself to do something, maybe it won't be the best product, right? And it will seem forced, and you could tell. And I've sort of noticed that looking back on a few of my journals, looking back earlier in the year when I was basically trying to write something every day. It was good for me in the sense that I was expanding my vocabulary, enhancing my level of creativity, but at the same time, there would be some passages that I would write, or sometimes where I would be repetitive and just sort of force ideas and try to find something to write even when there just wasn't really anything there. But I noticed that over the past couple months, I haven't been writing as frequently, but I know when the time is right to do it, and when I do happen to go, it becomes much more organic, much more natural. I'm able to flow much easier. And I think that's the same thing with YouTube as well. When I force ideas out there, then some videos get repetitive and seem like the same old video from the last time, and it's just a repeating cycle, So I think it's important to understand that it's good to take breaks from anything from time to time. It's okay. You don't always have to get up and force yourself to do certain things. Sometimes it'll come from your heart, but other times it'll just be an ego thing, or you just want to feel productive and get something done. And that's kind of how I felt before. But now I'm learning it's like, okay, you don't have to force yourself to do anything if you truly don't want to, and you especially don't have to beat yourself up for not wanting to do certain things. We are live in a flow type of people. We do what we want most often. So just let it flow. Let it flow, let your life flow. Appreciate this summer feeling, you know. Get out there, explore, meet new people, try new things. You know, now is the time. You know, you got daylight everywhere, right? It's like almost 9 o'clock right now, and the sun's, you know, down, but there's still light out. So that'll pretty much be it. I said pretty much everything I wanted to say, and I'm happy to finally make a more uplifting video, man, after my last couple that have been down. But I also needed to get something off my chest, and I'm happy and grateful that I was able to do that. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys for all the support. And yeah, Will from PSYCHONAUT Visions signing out.